How are you? I am Michelle. And this
Hey
is
everybody, I'm
Dustin.
Dustin.
Welcome to Wednesday night surprise getting on to show you guys. Just we had this epiphany that we needed to speak with you guys about neckties, right, Dustin? Or I should say it was my idea.
Well, yeah, you came across some good stuff, sounds like today. And so I guess we're going to talk about some neckties.
Yes, and it's not a normal necktie story because this is something new for me. I've actually never ever gone out and sourced a necktie before. So I picked up a few things. I read a bunch of stuff on the internet. I did a little research. And I'd like to talk about a few of the things that I picked up and why I picked up them. And yeah, give you guys a little bit of background of what's selling. And so Dustin actually just sold a couple of ties, right, babe?
Thank you. Yeah, actually, well, first of all, how you doing, Michelle, tonight? You're looking beautiful as ever.
Thanks, baby.
We're just jumping right in. Yes.
I'm good. I'm well. I'm tired, but I'm happy to be here. And I always enjoy doing the research on everything. As you guys who hang around me know that this is no joke for me. I really do like to learn about it. So yeah, I just put my makeup on, read a little bit about the stuff. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah. Well, okay. So yeah, it actually did sell a couple of ties in the past month or so. One, they were both around $10 a piece plus shipping, so nothing too big, but there can be those ties that are going to get you a lot more money, and that's probably like in the subject matter or also in the brand name, of course. That is going to be definitely what to be looking out for. Me personally, I know what looks cool. I'll find stuff that looks cool. Otherwise, the brand names, you're going to know a little bit more about those. I can, pick up the Calvin Kleins and the Burberry and all that, all that stuff that's pretty common and things like that. But I'd like to learn much more about what to look out for when it comes to ties. I sold a Chaps Ralph Lauren one, like I said, like $10 or so recently, and nothing too crazy. But we also did, I remember last time we were out, if you may have seen our last show on Saturday, we went to the thrift store and we found a bunch of ties, and we came back and talked about them, or two ties and talked about them. We actually found a few more that were like Looney Tunes type ties. And I've had this one actually in my store now. It's been almost 2 years and this still hasn't.
I'm sorry.
So yeah, no,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, really. I mean, I can. So that's why, sweetheart, I was a little bit hesitant about grabbing the Looney Tunes ties when we were there, because these actually they can sell really fast. I've sold really fast like Looney Tunes and stuff like that, but also they can sit for quite a long time. And at $10, don't really want to be sitting on something that's worth $10 for a couple of years. So you really want to make some good decisions.
Well, the good thing too, babe, sorry to interrupt you though, is that they don't take up that much space.
Yeah.
And for anything like me, I'm at the point now, I have been nothing compared to my lovely friends here, but 2-year mark, I'm like, all right, how about small things? How about things easy to store?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, ties are something that I wanted to talk about today, because I went and bought, like I said, a couple of my first ties. And I don't know, maybe it'll be funny to see how it turns out in the next couple of months, and I'll visit back to it. But so you've been selling Burberry, you said, Calvin Klein, which is is a good go-to. Yeah.
I mean, just those common brands that everybody knows about. But there's a lot of brands, the real designers that
right.
Being a clothing seller, not so often, I'm not as familiar with. So
as savvy.
That's where we are going to make a really great team. You know all the clothing. I know a lot of the hard goods and stuff. So
I try my best. There's a lot of stuff to learn with all of this exciting fashion stuff. So I'll tell you guys a little bit about what I saw on the runway in Paris for spring 2023 and 24, excuse me, and this summer. And just for the heck of it, in case anybody was wondering, it's all over the place. There are horizontal stripes and vertical stripes. There are just bold, crazy patterns. Some of everything is monochromatic. Sometimes it's just like a pink tie. So the style of the tie is all over the place, which is great. So it really comes down to like you said, Dustin, correct, who the manufacturer is, right? But it also comes down to the aesthetics of the piece, how it looks. Is it a conservative tie? Does it have nice little dots in it? Does it look crazy and wild, like you're going to go on a fun, beach wedding party or something like that? So I think when you experiment a little bit with those kinds of things as well in your closet and you find what works for you, you can get a little bit more. And we're talking what, $10, $12. I want to go over with you guys just a few things that I grabbed today just for the heck of it. And I would love to hear what you have to say. Dustin, I always love to go back and read what you guys have written. So hi, everybody. We're really happy you guys are here.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. We got Travis Bartermania. How's it going? Mom's Closet, Texas. Christy, hi there.
Hi.
Thanks for joining us, guys.
Hi, guys. Yeah, we just wanted to get on, Dustin and I, to talk about neckties. I'm a relatively new seller. It's only been a couple of years. I'm trying to learn how to not get out of clothing, but learn how to become a smarter sourcer with smaller items, because we know smaller items are so much easier to deal with than 500 puffer jackets by Columbia, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
$5 sale on my website for Columbia.
Fire sale. Yeah.
Fire sale.
Winter's over. Please take them.
Please, exactly. 2 for 3. Buy 2 get 4 free. No. So anyway, so as far as if you're into what's going on on the runway, basically you're safe. Okay, whatever you pick out is going to be fantastic. But one of the coolest trends that I really, really liked is a jagged edge. So it was just a simple, nice tie, but the bottom was frayed. It was pretty cool. That was the one that I thought was like, that one looks different from all the other ones. So that's what's going on with that. Now, what do you want to look for when you are at the bins and you feel like Medusa because you have so many freaking ties coming out everywhere from the tie pile that you're climbing through, right?
The great thing about that is that at the bins, a whole handful of ties. I figured it out. Each tie is about 2 ounces. You can get about 8 ties for £1, which is about a $2.50 where I at my bins. So that's about 30 cents a tie, which if you can source them that cheaply, it's going to be worth, you can sell them for $10, $12 and still, make that $10. So
absolutely. And one of the things that Dustin and I really love talking about on our channel are the things that we are going to see more frequently. We like to talk about the expensive stuff and the fancy stuff, but when we go out to thrift store or we go out to Salvation Army, I want to know what I can find now or what I can get for things now. So I went ahead and bought these funny little ties to talk to you really quickly because we like to make the show fast and fabulous. Of course, see, we were born to be together, Dustin. See, I got myself a Looney Tunes tie today.
We are very fortunate, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I got a Looney Tunes tie. I did my research on it. It is 100% silk. There are 2 really great things to look for when you are buying a tie at a thrift store. Number 1, 100% silk. Love it. And secondly, and most interestingly enough to me, is 100% wool ties. Did you have any idea about that, Dustin?
You said wool, Rochelle.
Wool.
Okay. Yeah. Wool, right? That's what I said. Okay, that's really cool. You can actually, completely tell a wool tie from a regular one just by looking at it like far away even.
Yeah. It was a real fashion staple in the UK. And when they would go on their horses and they would take the dogs and then they would go out in the fields and stuff and get dressed up, they would wear wool ties. So there's a really interesting little market for wool ties. So we'll get to that later. Jeffrey Bean is a style that is 100% silk. I just picked this out because I liked the pattern. Here we go. On the sold, when I went through and looked at the sold, they were selling between $10 and $15. And for a tie, that's pretty good, between 10 and 15. I mean, literally, that really was it. So that's what the label looks like.
Okay.
Something about this pattern makes my heart happy.
Mhm.
And
It is like a watercolor almost.
yeah, right. And there's little flowers in it and patterns. So that was pretty cool. The other thing I wanted to show you guys who are dog lovers, and speaking of hunting in England, this looks like an Irish setter. Looks like an Irish setter or a cute little hunting dog. This is 100% silk, right? Totally cute. And oh my goodness, we love our hunters who get all dressed up. My brother does that, and he puts on the little ties, and they do cool stuff when they go out in England. I just have two more quick ones to show you guys. Now, this one's a little wacky. Are you ready for this one? I don't know if you're ready for this one. Okay, it sort of confused me. Sort of confused me at first.
Where's the?
We're at the end. That's the end.
Okay.
So basically, the entire tie is like a snake.
Okay, it's just a really thin. It doesn't sort of like flare out at the bottom.
No, it doesn't flare out at the bottom.
Jordache.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's
wow,
a good
that's
vintage one.
That is cool. I just love the name Jordache. I don't know why.
It's fun. It's like succotash. A great word.
Yeah. That is a great tie. Hot pink. Is it sort of like a hot pink or?
Yeah, it's totally 80s hot pink, vintage Jordache. You know what? There are a couple. There's like one fake one that they made out there that's up for $8, and I will probably not be greedy or crazy, but maybe I'll put it up for like $24.99 or something like that, because it is pretty cool. But I don't know, maybe you have some comp pictures that we were going to share, and maybe I will want to share those now, and then I'll go back to my last two.
Sure. Yeah, we got some Poshmark comps here. So actually, we'll put this a little bit bigger.
Yeah. Cool. Okay.
So if you wanted to.
Go ahead. Sorry, babe.
No. Yeah, these are from Poshmark, right?
Correct. These are from Poshmark. The pictures on the left are actually wool ties. I do have a wool tie that I'm going to show you that is so beautiful. And like I said, it has a real following to it. And if you can find them at the bins, it's something definitely to keep your eyes open for. Now, I always like to show you, and Dustin does as well, things that you're going to generally be able to find in the thrift store. I mean, I hope I find a $5,000 tie by, Givenchy at, the bins. But, am I going to run into Vineyard Vines? Probably.
Okay.
Right? Probably.
Sure.
You'd be more likely to find a Vineyard Vines sold for $85 tie at your bins. Just a simple name, that I wanted you guys to know that if you found something like Express, which is directly next to Vineyard Vines, the Kentucky Derby, I can see that's a really cute pattern. Directly to the opposite side of it is a plaid simple Express tie. Nothing exciting. You see? It went for $14.
Sorry, I must have lagged there. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's okay. No problem. What I really liked about this picture is that Vineyard Vines is a brand that you can find in an estate sale. Garage sales are coming up. Men don't know how much these things are worth, and women, quite frankly, just don't want to deal with them. So honestly, keep your eyes peeled when you're garage selling for Vineyard Vines. Now, next to it is Express, and it's a pretty plaid. It's pleasing. It's, I know some men are watching this and they wouldn't describe it as pretty, but it's pleasing. It's got an interesting orange and blue going on, and it went for $14. Now, you're getting that for 25, 35 cents at the bins. It's not bad. And the chances of you guys finding Express at the bins, would you say that was fairly could happen?
I personally, yes, I would say that because I go to the bins and sometimes I'll pull like a handful of ties, like literally a handful of ties, and I'll go through them. And I see a lot of those like common names like Express. That's like kind of like a mall brand, right?
Yeah, it is a mall brand,
So
but yeah.
so you'd be yeah, just much more likely to find that, say, than a Gucci or
Right.
okay. So is this Tom Brown one, the wool one? Is that $180
Yes.
because it's Tom Brown or because it's wool?
I believe I am no wool tie expert, as I shared with you before, but I am very intrigued by them. I believe Tom Brown
Mhm.
is a brand name, and
Okay.
it sounds like it's a brand name. And there's a new tag authentic Gucci one right now next to it for 195 sold. So those again are always really great things to keep your eyes peeled for, and you can get anywhere from $85 for Vineyard Vines to a nice $14 for an express tie, which I think is awesome because I'm gonna seriously hit the necktie area. The first garage sale starts this weekend. Oh my goodness. So anyway, honey, I wish you were going to be here, but it's okay. I'll wait another week. Um, all right.
Oh yeah. Well, 2 weeks then. How about that?
2 weeks.
So also here we have, yes. Oh my gosh, honey, I'm so excited to come and visit you. This is good.
Hee hee. I am excited to see you
Right.
too, and I'm very intrigued by this fish.
Yes, check out this necktie. So these are some neckties. This is now on eBay. So we're gonna like kind of scroll through a few of these that can be for sale on eBay and what those comps are going for as compared to like Poshmark. It's probably a little bit different, I would imagine. But this
Yeah.
fun salmon fish one is going for like $13 plus
I love
shipping.
that one.
Yeah, right? Oh my gosh, so
Yeah,
cute.
it
And of
is.
course, you being such a fisherman, I'm sure you would just be super excited to find that.
I would plan my whole outfit around that fish tie.
Also here, as we scroll down a little bit, we'll see that these are all pre-owned ties now. $70 for a Burberry tie.
Right. And what makes
We have,
that so special? Oh, sorry to interrupt you, but I just want to go up because you said you've sold Burberry ties, and it doesn't sound, unless like I'm wrong, you've sold them for $70.
oh, okay. Well, I mean, I've sold quite a few different of the, like name brands that
Right.
I'd be familiar with, like,
Okay.
like
Okay.
Burberry or Calvin Klein or stuff like that. But like, the ones that we were just looking at, the Tom, what was it? Tom Brown. Sorry.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Like all of those. Yeah, so I need to learn all of those yet for sure.
Yeah, he
Um,
makes great ties, but I'm not there yet.
mhm. Nice. We're seeing here that there's like a piano necktie here for that only went for $5 plus shipping. So I mean, you'd think that would be a really awesome tie. Somebody would really want that, and it only went for like $5. So
So
it's
what do
really
you
good
think that
to.
is? Do you think, are you getting a vibe, if you put, I don't know if you can put the most expensive that's sold. Um,
Sure.
I would love to see, thanks baby. I would like to see what is selling today, which is so awesome about being live. We thank you again for joining us. You guys, we're all so grateful. But today, at this moment, what's really selling when it comes to neckties? It's a great thing to learn right before garage sale season. So what do you have over there?
Sure. Okay. So the most expensive filtered, we're getting into some lots here. Here's 5 J. Crew ties and string beans, a dress suit that went for $510 pre-owned.
Wow. Now that you could
Yeah,
totally find at a yard sale, right? Because if there's one, there's usually more.
totally. Looks like here's another name brand Hermes that are going for quite a bit. Let's see, we got not even seeing names on here. Oh, let's see a Brioni.
And
So next
I
time,
like
next time.
that. I like that one, because I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you go back to that one, please, honey? Just
Oh, sure. Which one?
the started with the B.
Brioni.
Yeah, it went for $26.
Okay, it does say that it went for $400 shipping though, so that may have like gone
What?
to somewhere overseas or something like that.
I was
But
so excited to show you guys that $26 tie because that name brand could be something you might find more frequently. That's why I was jumping on that one. Okay.
sure, hopefully hopefully it is. We'll see. We got Pierre Cardin is selling for $400 or so just for one.
That's a vintage. Yep. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Tom Ford looks like another possibly name brand. We got three of them going here for $400.
Oh, wow.
Pre-owned. So Tom Ford, look for that one.
Yeah. Take notes. Take notes. I am. Where's my here we go. Yeah,
See.
Tom Ford. Yep.
Okay. Also, Stefano Ricci. We got one tie here going for $400.
$400. Oh my gosh. So can I ask you a favor? Can we go down to like the range between $20 and $60? Is that possible, or am I being a big pain in the booty?
Sure. We got 20
to 60. I just really we just really find it. We think it's important for you guys to know what's really selling and what we're probably going to see when we're out there. So if you like this kind of content,
exactly, right?
like and surprise, yeah, like and I can't even talk anymore. Subscribe. I love you. Sorry about that. I need to make this bigger. You guys would be laughing at me right now. That's why I'm leaning so in like this, because I forgot to make the thing big. Right now it's big.
Okay, I'll make it full screen here then. So we got, we're looking here, and I'm seeing around in that price range, I'm seeing that name again, Hermes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm seeing Celine, vintage.
Celine. Mm-hmm.
Hermes again.
Yeah, there's tons of Hermes. It's there's Capellini Napoli. Okay.
Looks like another one. Yeah.
There's a Gucci one. I see $60. So I see that the Hermes and the Gucci is going for that price range, around $60 price range. So that would be something that you might end up running in to at the bins. I see there's some Burberry here, and you cannot go wrong with a lot. That's what Dustin and I were discussing earlier. If you find a bunch of great silk ties and you want to put them in, thank you for putting all that up for us. I appreciate that.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
If you find a lot of silk ties that are beautiful, put them all together. I was reading online that this one girl was saying that she just sold 6 silk neckties for $15, and the buyer paid for shipping. It's not too shabby for 23 cents.
Right.
I have one more tie left to show you guys, and that's the wool tie, and that's just because it's kind of cool, and we were talking about. Look at the colors on this. Cool, right? And it's got that nice like texture, wool texture to it. And it's beautiful. It has like the original tag on it, and yeah, it's really special. So I only picked up this one because I had never heard of wool ties, and like I said, when I was doing my research, I realized that they originated in England, and that's why there's a special group of people who love them. So that is it. And I'm trying to look at my notes because I feel like I'm forgetting something. I'm not forgetting anything. Land's End. Oh, that was another brand that I saw. Land's End. Land's End ties were selling for $18. Selling price, sold. So Land's End is something to also keep your eyes peeled for. So yeah. But I think that's that, baby. I think we covered it all. What do you think?
I think so. Yeah. For our for what we know about ties, I'm not an expert in ties, but I've sold a few and like to learn. So,
well, you know what?
Some others.
We definitely helped others. I mean, Vineyard Vines, Land's End. Now you guys will know what to look for. Even silk ties, 100% silk, 100% wool. With silk ties, you just have to be really careful and make sure that you check for fraying on all the edges, because silk is very delicate. So anyway, but
Sure.
thank you so much for spending time with us tonight. We are so grateful, and we can't wait to see you in the next whatever exciting happens. But you'll see us Saturday night for sure, 8 o'clock Eastern, right, Dustin?
Yeah. Saturday night we'll be having the Pickers podcast on with us. Mike and Carl. We were on their show just a few weeks ago, so we can interview them this time. So make sure to come by. Saturday night we'll be on for sure again then.
Thanks again, guys. I hope you have a wonderful night, and we will see you very soon. Bye.
Bye, guys. Have a good night.